Hiya YouTubers, this is Superman G, come back at you one more again. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the differences between an Intel i3, i5, i7, and i9. This comes as a request from one of my subscribers on this channel. Now, I'm not gonna do any benchmarkings on this video because I want to gear this more towards beginners, people who would like to know the difference but not too technical where it would probably throw them off or have them confused, or stuff goes over their heads. So I'm gonna try to just keep this as basic as possible. So if this video does not suit you in the way that I make it, then I suggest that you go to another website or channel to find out the more pertinent information that you want. But I want to dumb this down so people who don't know all the text about processors or even computers don't get lost in the melee. So with that being said, I'm going to bring up a picture, and this picture, I'm going to try to blow it up so you can see it. This picture gives you a general idea of the processors that Intel makes. Now, these are all 10th generation processors, and I'm going to put a link in this video that takes you to how to determine the generation of a processor, so that can be like a backstory for you. So these are all the 10th generation processors. You have Intel Core i3, Intel Core i5, Intel Core i7, and Intel Core i9. Now all these are relatively good processors. However, there are some that are faster or more powerful than others, and I'm going to try to help get you to understand what that means and the differences. I'm going to bring up some pictures at newegg.com, my go-to place, and as of right now, this is for the Intel Core i3 processor. This is once again the 10th generation. Now it's relatively a cheap processor. It's about 129 here, and this is a 3.6 gigahertz processor, and it does have built-in graphics as it says up here in the description. Now with that, this particular processor is good for everyday productivity, which is what it says up here. This is an entry-level processor and is fairly good. This is mostly geared for beginners or entry-level computers. If you're not going to be doing a whole lot of gaming or video editing or anything that's higher end like that, then this chip is for you. If you're just going to be doing like basic web surfing, email, you can stream movies, you can stream videos, things of that nature, but it's still a good processor nonetheless. Now this is a 4.3 gigahertz and 4 cores and 8 threads, and 4 cores is fine, as I've said before, for something basic that you're going to be doing. You can do some gaming on it, but you're not going to be able to do some of the higher end games. At least you won't get the frame rate that you may be looking for. So just note that this is an entry level processor. It's still a good processor, but you can't be doing anything too demanding on it. Like you can have all these windows open up, and this processor may not do that for you. So just be in mind that this is a entry level processor. The next processor up is the Intel Core i5. This is a step up from the i3. This gives you a little more performance. Now you go from 4 cores and 8 threads to 6 cores and 12 threads, giving you a little more power to where you can do a lot more. You can do more gaming titles on this particular processor. Things will be a lot faster. You can have multiple windows open up. Your programs will most likely run a little more faster. You can do video editing on this particular processor, photo editing. You can your frame rates for your games will be faster. There's a lot more you can do with this processor than you can with the i3. And the price goes up as we go up in the types of processors that you will see. So every time you go up from an i3 to an i5, or an i5 to an i9 or 7, the price will go up because you're talking about a more powerful chip. The next one up is the i7. This one is nearly the top of the line processor. This one gives you 8 cores and 16 threads, and that means more power and more bang for your buck, but it's a little expensive. As you can see, now the price has jumped up to over $300, so it's very pricey. So if this isn't what you're looking for, then you're going to have to go back down to an i5 or even an i3. But with this processor, you get so much more. You get more frame rates, more gaming power, you get faster photo editing, you are able to stream or view things in 4K. You can video edit also faster using possibly 4K, depending on what program or software you're using for your video editing. And it also depends on what other hardware you have in your computer, like what kind of graphics cards you have and your memory and things of that nature. But this is a very good processor. This processor is near the sweet spot, but the sweet spot to me would be the i5 if you're budget conscious. I would say don't go with the i3, stick with the i5 because that gives you a little more power. i7s, you're starting to get up there in price, so if it's something you want to do or if it's something you're looking for, you're going to have to pay a premium for it. Now the top of the line is the i9. This is over $500. This is a very expensive processor, and it's mostly geared to content creators who want that higher end productivity, video editing on a higher level, photo editing on a higher level, gaming on a higher level. You get 10 cores and 20 threads with this. This is a beast. It gives you clock speeds up to 5.3 gigahertz. Very fast, very powerful chip. So you're going to get higher frame rates per second on your game. You're going to get more performance when you're online gaming, streaming, editing, whether it's video or photo. You're going to get so much more with this processor, but it is very expensive. So if you're not going to be doing anything like high-end video editing or high-end content creation, 4K streaming, 4K gaming, this can be overkill for you. It'll kill your budget. So only do it if you absolutely believe that you need it. So these are really the differences in the i3, i5, i7, and i9 processors by Intel. So the different cores, different prices, and different speeds and applications that you can open within the processor. So I hope this helps you guys out in understanding what the differences are, and I hope this is good education for you. So when you decide which processor you want to buy on your next computer or have placed in your new computer, this guide will help you out with that. So you guys take care, be safe, and peace out.